Golden State Warriors News Today channel. Take the opportunity to leave that like and subscribe to the channel. Let's go to today's news.
Will this injury change the Warriors' fate this season? When everything seemed to be falling into place for the Golden State Warriors after the arrival of Jimmy Butler, a piece of news hit like a cold shower. Gary Payton II suffered a serious thumb injury and is out indefinitely. For a team fiercely fighting to avoid the play-in and secure the 6th seed in the West, losing an elite defender like Payton is more than a setback. It's a true test of resilience. The pain is not just in Payton's physical absence, but in what he represents on the court: intensity, suffocating defense, and heart. And now, with him out of the rotation, the question echoing through the hallways of the Chase Center is, who will take on that role? Jonathan Kuminga emerges as the most obvious name. Even coming back from injury, Kerr has already said, JK is the guy. I want to see him defend like Payton used to. This is a golden chance for Kuminga to prove he can be a defensive pillar and maybe even secure his place alongside Butler and Curry. But his performance has been inconsistent. On some nights, he looks like a mini Giannis. On others, he loses himself in the team's rhythm and offensive movement. Another name that could surprise? Brandon Podziemski. The youngster has had his ups and downs, but with more minutes ahead, he might rediscover the spark that put him among the best rookies last season. If he keeps growing, especially in three-point shooting and defense, he could very well take Payton's spot in the rotation. And how can we forget Quentin Post? Few expected much from him, but Draymond Green saw the talent since training camp. He can shoot, defend, and he's no softy. I knew he'd make an impact, said Green. And Post has delivered exactly that: reliable shooting and on-court maturity. The future is knocking, and he's ready to open the door. With the final stretch of the season approaching, every game is a battle, and every player has a chance to write their name in history. The Warriors can no longer count on Payton II, but maybe, just maybe, this is the perfect opportunity to discover new heroes at home. Clapperboard, and now I want to hear from you, Dubs fans. Who do you think will seize this chance, Kuminga, Podziemski, or Post? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Bell, if you enjoyed this video and want to stay up to date on everything happening with the Warriors, subscribe now to the Warriors News Fan Update channel and hit the bell so you don't miss anything. But while Kuminga, Podziemski, and Post warm up to take on bigger roles, one central figure must take the reins on and off the court: Jimmy Butler. He didn't come to San Francisco just to be part of the roster. Butler came to win. And with Gary Payton II out, Jimmy's leadership will be needed more than ever. Not just on offense, but on defense, in the locker room, in that look that says, no one's getting past us without a fight. Steve Kerr knows this. He himself said the team is different now. We've changed. The style has changed. We're playing around Jimmy and Steph. And that demands a new kind of balance, positioning, and on-court intelligence, the coach explained. But this new Warriors identity is still taking shape. There are still doubts. There are still spacing issues, defensive inconsistencies, and nights when the team seems unsure of who they really are. And that's exactly where the challenge lies. The game against the Toronto Raptors, for example, showed flashes of a team ready to explode. Draymond Green was dominant on both ends of the court, and Quentin Post showed he can be a real weapon. But what comes next? Will those flashes become a constant flame? Meanwhile, the race for the playoffs is getting tighter. Tied with the Clippers, the Warriors know that any slip-up could put them in the dreaded play-in, an unpredictable, cruel, and often unforgiving place. And time is running out. There's no more room for experiments. Kerr needs to define his rotation. He needs to know who to trust in the final minutes of a close game against, say, the Nuggets or the Suns. And for that, Kuminga, Podziemski, and Post will need to show more than flashes. They'll need to deliver consistency. Because Payton II's absence isn't just a physical void, it's a hole in the team's defensive identity. And only those with courage and intensity can fill that space. Microphone, and you, Warriors fan, who should inherit the fighting spirit Gary Payton always brought? Will Kerr trust the youth or experience? And Butler, will he be the new emotional and defensive anchor of this team? Megaphone, drop your opinion in the comments and join the discussion with Dub Nation. And look, speaking as a Warriors fan, this Gary Payton II injury hits hard. Because the truth is, he's always been that guy who doesn't show up much in the stats but makes all the difference where it matters, in the soul of the team. He's the guy diving for loose balls, pressing the opposing point guard all over the court, changing the game's rhythm with pure energy. Losing a player like that in this final stretch isn't just tough, it's painful. But at the same time, as a fan, I also feel a bit of excitement, because it's in these situations that true warriors are revealed. I truly believe in Kuminga's potential. Is he still raw in some decisions? Yes. But the hustle, the physicality, the versatility, man, if he finds confidence in the next few games, he could be a beast in the playoffs. And the best part, he's still learning from the best around him. As for Podziemski, he's got that instinct we love to see in a warrior. Grit, guts, and when he's hot, he can flip a game. He just needs consistency. And with more minutes now, maybe that consistency will come. And Quinn in post? Man, Draymond knew. When a vet like him bets on a rookie back in training camp, it's because he saw something special. And I'm starting to see it too. He's got that shot that stretches the floor, and if he keeps improving on defense, he could be the quiet steal of the season. So yes, losing Payton hurts a lot. But at the same time, as a fan, I feel like this might be the turning point no one saw coming. An opportunity for the team to reinvent itself, surprise everyone, and prove that with or without Payton, this roster still has the grit, talent, and championship ambition. And if there's one thing the Warriors' history has taught me, it's that you should never doubt a team led by Stephen Curry, Draymond Green, and now Jimmy Butler. Now it's up to you, Dub Nation. Let's ride together through this final stretch, because this team still has a lot of history left to write.